my motto, nothing's ever holding back.
Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacers podcast, the show where sim racing isn't just a pastime, it's a passion. I'm your host, Guy Robertson, and today we're diving headfirst into one of the most hotly debated topics in the whole world of sim racing. Which racing sim is truly the best and why? So whether you're brand new to sim racing or a seasoned iRacer with a rig worth more than your car, this episode will help you understand the strengths, weaknesses and defining traits of every major sim out there. We're going to look at how they all compare with each other. So we're going to talk about iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Assetto Corsa Competizione, rFactor 2, Automobilista 2, RaceRoom, Gran Turismo 7, Forza Motorsport, F1 by Codemasters, and the new kid on the block, Rennsport. So this episode is full of content, so let's get into it. So we're going to ask the question, so what really does make a great racing sim? Let's start by defining what best even means. It's not just about the prettiest graphics or the fastest cars. The best sim must strike a balance between realism, accessibility, content and community. So here's the criteria we're going to judge them by. So number one is going to be physics and tyre model. Does the car behave like it would in the real world? Do you feel grip loss, chassis flex and tyre degradation? Our second category is car and track roster. How many cars and circuits are available? Are they officially licensed? Are they laser scanned or just close enough? Our third category is online racing. Does the sim offer ranked racing? How good is the matchmaking? Is the netcode reliable? Number 4 is around graphics and audio. Immersion matters, right? So, can you lose yourself in the cockpit? Does rain bead realistically on the windscreen? Can you hear tyre scrub or curbing? Number 5 is about AI and single player mode. How well does the AI behave in races, and is there a structured single player career mode? Category 6 is all around modding and the community. Are you locked into the official content, or is there a thriving mod scene with free cars, tracks and graphics that you can overhaul? And number 7, the final category, cost and value. Is it free to start? How much are DLCs or subscriptions involved? So with those 7 pillars in mind, we're going to be back in a second to start the breakdown, and we're going to look at those 7 sections and where Assetto Corsa sits within those 7. Assetto Corsa, aka the Modder's Paradise. It was released in 2014. Assetto Corsa is still one of the most beloved and widely used sims, especially in the offline and modding communities. From a physics point of view, even out of the box, AC delivers excellent physics. It's precise, responsive and immersive. Cars handles predictably and realistically, though tyre slip can feel exaggerated at times, but once you introduce the custom shaders patch and mods like Pure, the fidelity goes way up. From a content perspective, official content includes a healthy mix of street cars, GT3 machines, open wheelers and historic race cars. But the modding scene is where AC truly shines. Want a 1960s Monaco GP track, a drift version of Mount Akina from Initial D, a modern day recreation of Macau, all free. Thousands of cars and tracks are available on platforms like Race Department and Assetto Corsa Club. With the right settings and mods, Assetto Corsa looks stunning even a decade later. VR performance is solid and you can run triple screens with extensive FOV tuning. Weaknesses with AC though, there's no native rain or night racing. Mods potentially could solve this. And online racing lacks an official rank system. Though LFM has helped, casual servers are hit or miss for clean racing. So my verdict on Assetto Corsa is it is a jack of all trades sim. It is flexible, moddable and perfect for hot laps, cruising, drifting or historical racing. But if you want structured online competition or cutting edge tyre modelling, it's not the leader. But what about its sister game, Sister Sim Assetto Corsa Competizione only? ACC is laser focused, built on Unreal Engine and using real telemetry data from the GT World Challenge. It's built to simulate GT3 and GT4 racing to near perfection. So how does it drive? Well, ACC nails it. Tyre pressures, temperatures and brake fade are all modelled in fine detail. You must monitor every element mid-race. The force feedback is nuanced and punishing, especially over curbs or when tyres overheat. The official GT World Challenge calendar is reproduced in full, including Spa, Monza, Imola, Zandvoort and more, all laser scanned. Cars include every major GT3 and GT4 manufacturer: Ferrari, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Porsche, McLaren and Lamborghini. One of AC's major strengths is its weather. Rain is dynamic and lifelike. Track temperatures changes. You can run 24-hour races with real-time lighting and grip evolution. The downsides of ACC, the narrow car selection limits variety. There's no formula cars, no touring cars or ovals. Also, performance can suffer on older systems due to Unreal Engine 4's optimised quirks. My summary of ACC, and I played it before iRacing, it is the ultimate GT simulator if you only want to race GT3 or 4s. In the wet at Spa with intense realism. ACC delivers like no other, but it's a specialist, not a generalist sim. Now moving on to rFactor 2, the hardcore choice. rFactor 2 is a sim purist dream. Advanced tyre model, dynamic real road surface and professional grade driving physics. Arguably the best in sim racing, the tyre modelling simulates rubber flex, slip angle, heating, wear and even flat spotting. You feel every camber change and pressure shift. Suspension modelling is industry leading, folks. The real road feature builds up rubber and grip across a session. You'll notice a fine line forming. Dirt offline. It changes your racing line. No other sim replicates this so precisely, of course, except iRacing's dynamic surface. Its content, the car selection includes LMP 1 and 2, GT3s, historic F1 and modern open wheelers. Tracks include Le Mans, Sebring, Lime Rock and Zandvoort, and all these have been laser scanned. Menus and race setups are notoriously clunky though. Online racing is not very user friendly unless you join leagues. Content is pretty scattered and the Steam Workshop integration is pretty inconsistent. So my summary, if you want the best feeling behind the wheel, rFactor 2 is arguably unmatched. but you'll need patience with its user interface and content structure, and you may struggle for a competitive race. We're going to be back in a second, and we're going to look at Automobilista 2. Automobilista 2 is a South American gem. Built by Razer Studios and running on the Madness engine from Project Cars 2, it combines accessibility with depth. You get everything from go-karts in this sim to 90s F1, stock cars, P1 prototypes, V8 cars and obscure Brazilian touring series. No other sim gives you this kind of diversity. From a track point of view, AMS2 has Interlagos, Nordschleife, Alton Park, Jacapagu, VIR and dozens of regional gems rarely seen elsewhere. It has dynamic weather and track conditions which are phenomenal, arguably better than ACC. You can start in dry daylight, race into dusk and finish in a monsoon. That's great for endurance. It has some weaknesses though. Multiplayer is limited and often underpopulated. AI is decent but it's inconsistent and you won't find many ranked or structured events here. So my summary of AMS2, it is the most fun sim out there. It's got soul, variety and surprises. However, it's not as sharp in competition, but amazing for immersive solo drives and experimenting. We're moving on to RaceRoom now. RaceRoom Racing Experience, or R3E, is a free-to-play title with optional paid content. It's known best for its touring car routes and unbeatable engine sounds. The sound design is second to none. Engine roars, gears whine, brakes squeals. It's like being trackside. Content point of view, there are over 180 cars and 50 plus tracks. You'll get WTCR, DTM, GT3, hill climb and more. Tracks like Norrisring, Macau and Blisterberg offer unique challenges. From a driver's point of view, it's come a long way. FFB is much improved and cars feel predictable with detailed suspension reactions. However, it has outdated graphics, no weather, limited offline options. Multiplayer is decent though, but lacks robust ranking systems outside of league use. So my verdict for RaceRoom, it is a bit of a hidden gem if you like touring and DTMs. Strong sounds and unique tracks make it stand out. Just don't expect day-night cycles or even rain. We're going to look at Gran Turismo 7 now, which is classed as the console king of career racing. Gran Turismo 7 brings decades of pedigree from Polyphony Digital and serves as the ultimate hybrid between sim and arcade. It blends gorgeous visuals, progression-based gameplay and a deep garage of cars. It contains GT7 and features over 450 other cars and over 90 tracks with different layouts. Some of these real-world tracks like Spa, Suzuka, Brands Hatch and Laguna Seca, as well as fictional circuits like Trial Mountain and Deep Forest. From key cars to hypercars and historic Le Mans prototypes, it is a collector's dream, folks. GT7 has grown into a surprisingly competent sim. While it is not as refined as iRacing or ACC, the tyre and suspension models have matured. On a wheel, the force feedback is good, especially with Fanatec hardware, and I have said Fanatec there by the way, and the weight transfer feels natural, if a bit forgiving. The the single player campaign though is its biggest draw. You start from the bottom, you earn licenses, complete missions, collect cars and build your own garage. It brings back the magic of GT4. It's the best single player simcade career you'll ever find at the moment. Gran Turismo's sports online DNA is now embedded in GT7's daily races and is FIA sanctioned. And it does FIA sanctioned events. There's matchmaking, driver ratings, safety ratings, and schedule racing. It's accessible but still competitive. So that sounds all positive, listeners and viewers, so far. So I hear you say, does it have any weaknesses? So here we go. There's no laser scan tracks, folks. So the designers, I suppose, are doing a good job if it's that immersive, just by maybe some photographs and eye content and detail. It lacks dynamic weather or track evolution outside scripted conditions. Physics feels shallow to sim racing veterans. There's no modding and it's limited to PlayStation. So my summary of GT7, it is the gateway drug to sim racing. It is gorgeous, accessible and surprisingly deep. Perfect for beginners, career mode fans and casual racers. But not for those who crave the hardcore realism. Our 8th sim to review is Forza Motorsport 2023. Turn 10 Studios' reboot of Forza Motorsport promised to be the most advanced driving simulator on Xbox and PC. Visually, it is impressive, but when the rubber hits the road, does it deliver? From a graphics and sound point of view, FM looks stunning on Series X and high-end PCs. Ray tracing, particle effects, dynamic time of day, all beautifully rendered. Car models are ultra detailed and the presentation feels like a AAA title. From a content perspective, Forza offers hundreds of cars and tracks, from Mazda Miatas to IndyCars and modern GTs. It includes circuits like Road America, Silverstone, Suzuka and the full Nürburgring. With a focus on tuning, assists and car upgrades, Forza excels as a sandbox. It's inclusive for casual racers with flexible settings and a large user base. Couple of negatives though, driving physics are not up to sim standards. Force feedback is a little vague, understeer is forgiving and tyre behaviour feels arcade-like. Multiplayer lacks depth and the ranking racing is pretty inconsistent. The AI is erratic and often crashes. The career mode lacks narrative or progression and feels like a checklist of events. So, to bring Forza to a close, it is a simcade, high on flair but low on realism. Great for controller players and car lovers, but for competitive sim racers, it feels like a toy next to iRacing or ACC. The next segment is all around the F1 series by Codemasters. The F1 series by Codemasters, now under EA Sports, dominates the official Formula 1 game space. Every year it evolves though, bringing the latest teams, liveries and regulations to millions of fans around the world. Every team, driver, track and car from the current F1 season is in the game. You'll race as Hamilton at Silverstone or Verstappen at Zandvoort with full broadcast style graphics, replays and commentary. Its career mode is one of the best structured single player experiences you'll find in sim racing today. You create a driver, sign contracts, develop the car through R&D and deal with inter-team rivalries. F1 24 introduced a new EA Sports dynamic handling model with more control and understeer realism. Then there's a co-op career mode, custom liveries, ranked multiplayer and esports. The F1 Pro Series is highly competitive and watched globally, but there are some limitations. Physics are semi-sim, cars don't feel as weighty or nuanced as in iRacing or rFactor 2. They are not moddable. Online suffers from public lobbies full of dive bombers, limited variety, only F1 and F2, and a handful of classics. So my summary of F1 is it is the best F1 game you'll find right now. For hardcore Formula 1 fans, it's immersive and cinematic. But if you want realism, laser scan tracks, or custom physics, you're going to have to look elsewhere. Now, we're going to look at Rennsport now, and this, as we know, is the recent or the new challenger. At present, Rennsport is a closed beta, but has generated massive buzz with its promise of blending simulation, fidelity, esports integration, and modding freedom. Rennsport uses Unreal Engine 5, delivering photorealistic visuals and crisp lighting. Tracks like Hockenheim, Goodwood, and the Red Bull Ring look absolutely jaw-dropping. Early beta users reported physics that rival rFactor 2 and ACC, with great tyre feedback and advanced drivetrain modelling. The platform is built for modding, with support planned for custom liveries, cars and track creation tools. With partnerships including ESL and Porsche, Rennsport is aiming to become the go-to for esports racing. It integrates stats, telemetry and leagues right into the UI. However, it still has some constraints. It still has limited content, GT3 only. It's suffering from stability issues. It has an incomplete online infrastructure and TBD monetization model. So my verdict, Rennsport is one to watch really. It may challenge iRacing and ACC in the coming years, but not for now. It's more promise than reality at present. Now we're going to bring it home, folks. We're going to talk about iRacing and is it still the benchmark? iRacing is the sim most competitive drivers compare everything else to. And why is that? Because it's not just a racing game, it's a racing ecosystem. iRacing's physics evolve every season. The newest rain model, tyre compound updates and aerodynamic tweaks help keep it sharp. The dynamic track surfaces, track rubbering, heat soak and now debris refresh is class leading. Online racing then. This is where iRacing shines and we all love it. Every race is official, ranked and scheduled. Safety rating and iRating create fair splits and accountability. Weekly series span oval, dirt road, dirt, rallycross with endurance specials like Daytona 24 and Le Mans. All the content is laser scanned over 100 circuits including Nürburgring, Spa, Mount Panorama, VIR, Okayama and newer ones like Motorland Aragon and Zandvoort 2024. Cars span from Fords, F1s, GT3s, NASCAR, dirt late models and everything else in between. iRacing's AI has improved season by season with now adaptive AI and it supports many cars and tracks. You can really run full seasons now offline if that's what you wanted to do. Drawbacks to iRacing, some people feel the subscription and the DLC models are expensive. It has a steep learning curve, there is no modding and currently there is no career mode, but we know iRacing is looking at that and should be very soon. Summary, I love iRacing, hence I'm doing this podcast, so I'm very biased. It is for serious online sim racers. iRacing is unmatched, it's structured, rewarding and ruthlessly realistic. If you want the closest thing to being a licensed driver from your rig, go play iRacing. So, folks, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, something a little bit different. So, we're going to wrap up this bumper episode of the Lone Road iRacers podcast. Whether you're chasing iRacing, modding a drift car at Mount Akina, the world of sim racing has never been richer or even more competitive. Which sim is your go-to and why? Share your thoughts on socials or tag us in your setup photos and race highlights. If you enjoyed this episode, share and leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcast or wherever you listen. It helps the Lone Road iRacers podcast reach even more iRacers around the globe. Until next time then, viewers and listeners, stay sharp, drive clean and keep it in full throttle. Happy iRacing and I'll see you on the track soon.
Whatever it takes, we're racing, we're in the zone. Whatever it takes, we push hard, never alone. I'm in the cockpit, the engines roar, hear me now. We're racing circles, got a hustle made a vow. Chasing victory, it's all or nothing on the track. Speed is my motto, nothing's ever holding back. Whatever it takes.